Yo, what's up guys, Pepperbelly here, and I am bringing you some Dead Island gameplay. This is part 2, continuing right from where we left off before, and I have a little story I want to tell you guys that relates to this game. Actually, it was fairly recent, and by recent I mean it happened yesterday, and it's kind of a funny story because it's really stupid, but like awesome at the same time, I guess you can say. But basically, if I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in my last video, I mentioned how I rented Dead Island instead of actually purchasing it. So if you're familiar with that, good. So that's what the story takes place off of, because I rented the game at Blockbuster. If you guys are familiar with Blockbuster at all, they're pretty much closing down. I know they went bankrupt in the United States. They're completely like, they just got shit on by Netflix and stuff like that. So Blockbuster's completely like out of the game now, and they still existed in the they still were operational in Canada. But one of them actually in our hometown or whatever, in our city, they closed down one of them, and there was still another one open, and that's where I went and rented this game last Tuesday, not the one that just passed like a week prior ago, like a week ago, and I wasn't expecting it, but on the day that we were supposed to bring it back, we're hearing all of a sudden how like Blockbuster's closing down. They have like this huge blowout sale, and they're trying to sell everything they possibly can, and so as soon as I heard about that, me and my buddy were just like, well, considering we both rent the same copy, there's only 2 copies there, we both rented them at Blockbuster, let's not bring them back and keep them. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're not bringing them back, we're keeping them. And it's kind of funny because we went there yesterday to Blockbuster to check out the deals they had, see what games they had and everything. The whole store, like half of it was empty, there was only a few things left. So we walked in there and we're like, we're looking through the games, and we're being all loud and just obnoxious, you know, like teenagers, you know, just going in there like young adults and shit, just like, you know, whatever, just being like having a good time. So we walk in and we're just like, we see Dead Island, we're like, oh damn it, I really wanted to get this game. Who were the assholes that took this fucking game? Those queers. And clearly it was us. So it's like we're kind of in the back of our heads, we're like laughing our asses off because like we're making it seem like a big deal, even though it's like, and as if we're innocent, you know, but it's actually us who has the games. We're like, oh damn it, I wonder who could have taken that and still had it. Like, what a bunch of cheaters, you know, like cheating the system by keeping it, like those fucking losers, you know. And we saw the cases there too. The green Xbox case that comes with it, you know, you got like the sleeve where the paper thing is with the obviously like the cover art and all that stuff, and we were looking at it, and my buddy and I saw it, and since we were planning on keeping it, I was planning on keeping it because we figured out this probably 3 days before we had to bring it back. So I was like, oh, I'm not going to bring it back then. So we showed up to Blockbuster 3 days later, and I was planning on keeping it in that Blockbuster case you get. It's like a really ugly Blockbuster case that you get, and it's all black. It has like the little shitty paper inside it, and it's like, this is the game you rented on which console and whatever. So we see the cases there, and we're like, dude, I kind of really want to take this case right now. Like, we're looking back at it forth at each other, like, should we do it? Like, holy crap, should we steal a piece of plastic? Like, holy crap, what are they gonna do if we get caught? They're gonna call the cops? Like, think about it. It's a piece of plastic. You're fucking stealing a green case. Like, what, are they gonna arrest me for that? Like, I don't know. That's the funny thing, because we're sitting there like getting all like, oh my god, dude, we should totally do this. And like, we stick it down our pants, and unfortunately, we were wearing shorts, so my buddy's shorts were tighter than mine. Lucky him, because he slid it in and just sits there, and he was able to walk around freely like he had nothing wrong. For me, it looked like I had the most itchy fucking balls ever, because I was constantly trying to adjust it so it wouldn't fall out the bottom of, like, I'm trying to walk out, all of a sudden, it falls out, turn around slowly, like, run, shit, and, you know, and try to like sprint out with a case. Like, it's just it'd be the stupidest thing ever. So like, and plus, every time I walk, mine for some reason will make the clicking sound, like it kept opening and unopening or something like that. Like, it just kept making the plastic noises, and I was like, oh god damn it. And it's like, I'm kind of like getting worried about it, because like, especially how I was lagging behind, because like my 2 friends are like walking out really fast, like, oh yeah, we should go do this and that, and oh yeah, and we have the place to, like, they're making it seem like nothing's happening. Meanwhile, I'm like furiously scratching my balls from behind them, trying to catch up, like, hey, wait up guys, oh shit, you know. And I can just imagine like people looking around probably like, oh yeah, they're definitely up to something. But since the beeper didn't go off that they usually have at the doors, I guess they didn't consider us actually stealing anything. They're probably just like, oh yeah, I guess they're just stupid kids. And I don't know, it was hilarious. Like, as soon as we walk out, just the idea of stealing a piece of plastic, it's like, and all like, think about that. What would they actually do? Like, they're a closing company. They're selling all their shit for like 50 to like 75% off. Like, they're getting rid of everything, having a huge blowout sale because like Blockbuster just does not exist anymore. It's just going completely under. Like, think about it. What are they gonna do? Are they gonna like, oh my god, call the cops, get the SWAT team out here, they're taking a plastic casing for a video game? Like, they can't prove that we had, well actually they could if they looked up our names, which would be pretty bad. But, I mean, it's not like it could look suspicious if we were to take the cases. They'd be like, well, where are you going with those cases, young man? And be like, well, first of all, I'm not a young man. And wait, what do you mean, where am I going with this case? Be like, well, first of all, why would you need the case? Do you have a game that you rented that you want to make look legit? And, you know, I'm pretty sure they can put the pieces together if they were to catch us with it. But, I mean, there's always deniability. We can be like, no, we just wanted an extra case, you know, and we thought it'd be funny to take one, you know, just make up some stupid excuse. But, I don't know, technically I paid $20 for it. Yes, Blockbuster, fuck you for your stupid late fees, and $20 to rent a game. Like, how stupid is that? It's like, oh, I spent an extra 2 days bringing it back. $10 late fee. Like, I remember they got rid of late fees one time, and then they just brought them back, and like, I don't know, it's so terrible. I'm actually happy they're going under. I really don't care anymore. Like, I'm doing almost all my gaming through OnLive now. Unless I want to rent a console game. Now I'm just planning on making purchases because I'm making money. I'm in the Army now, if you guys are familiar with that. So it's like, I don't really give a shit. But that was the last time I rented a game from Blockbuster, and I technically got to keep it. So it's kind of funny how they always screwed us over with late fees and, you know, treated us like shit. And now I'm like, oh yeah, well, I get Dead Island for free. Sort of. Because I didn't pay full price. But I rented it, and I'm keeping it now, so kiss my ass. So it's kind of funny how I actually have the full thing now. I got the book, I got the case, I got the CD. It looks like I actually purchased the game, so it's kind of hilarious thinking about that. Like, and I can actually sell it now for even more than I rented it. That's what my buddy's planning on doing because he doesn't even like the game, you know, because I mentioned it's a fun game, which I'm going to talk about in a bit, but it does get repetitive, and there is flaws with it that just kind of get annoying after a while. So, like, my buddy, he beat it, and he couldn't stand it at that point. He was like hurrying up to beat it just to get it over with, you know, like some games will do that. You'll be enjoying it, like games that don't do that. Mass Effect, clearly, it's like you want to play through the whole thing. You're like, this is amazing, and you want to play through it again. Deus Ex, same thing. Dead Island, it's like halfway through it, you're like, okay, I just want to fucking beat this. Either I want to beat this, or I just want to give up completely. And like, if you're an achievement whore, chances are you're gonna try to beat it. So just going on a little bit about the game, because me and my buddy, before this whole sweet heist took place, we were playing co-op on this, and my opinions of co-op. Now, I know this game is built around co-op. It's like a Left 4 Dead style. Everyone needs to play together. It's that awesome type thing. Now, personally, I don't think it's that great. Now, the co-op obviously is fun, especially if you have friends, you know, a whole bunch of friends just getting in there, all four of you guys just killing the shit out of zombies. It's great. But if you want to get into the story and you want to actually do the campaign and actually do missions and stuff, you are just not going to be able to do it because, or you will together, but you're going to be talking so much, you're not going to be paying attention at all to the game. So I like to get immersed in games when I play it. And I was playing single player on this, and the story, it's not like the worst story ever, but it definitely does have attributes that are interesting, and you want to just pay attention to it, right, and figure out what the hell's going on. But in co-op, that completely goes out the window because, first of all, you can't even talk to the guys. Only the person who you join can actually. So, say all my buddies join my match, only I was able to go collect all the missions and run out and start doing shit. Plus, you always get confused because, especially if you're lack of communication, you're just kind of running around doing shit. Your buddies are one person will always get stranded, right? One person will be like, "Oh, I gotta do my quest," and they run all like way off in the distance, and you're like, "Wait, where the fuck are you going?" They're like, "My quest, catch up," and you're like, "Well, asshole, communicate," you know, like stuff like that. And kind of hampers the gameplay a little bit. It's not like exhilarating gameplay. Well, I mean, it is really fun to chop the shit out of zombies, but for the co-op aspect, it's fun, but I mean, that's pretty much where it is. It's just you guys senselessly killing the shit out of zombies, very much like Left 4 Dead. And to get engaged in the story and actually try to do it like realistically like co-op, it just does not make sense. Even during the single player, you have cutscenes that kind of annoy me because like sometimes you'll like it's clearly you by yourself, right? But you'll see a cutscene and it shows you all together, like all four of the characters, and you're like, that doesn't make any sense because technically I'm by myself. How does this doesn't even compute? And it's really annoying because you see them there and like then all of a sudden you'll start talking to people and they'll be like, I can use you as help. You guys is and like stuff like that. And you're like, I'm by myself, you dickwad. And you can clearly tell how the game is really structured for a co-op type environment. But it just doesn't. If you want to get engaged in the story, that's the only flaw. It's doing co-op, unless you guys are really, really strict on like, you know, playing games together, and you're gonna be like, no, we are gonna focus on the story. We're gonna do this properly, and like shit like that. If you're like super disciplined, you want to do that, sure, go ahead. But I mean, most co-op games, people don't really pay attention to how the game plays. They just kind of, or what's going on in the game. As long as they're having fun doing it together and just killing the shit at a bunch of anything, you know, like Splinter Cell, for example. Chaos Theory was one that was one of the only games I can say that me playing online with people, we would actually take it seriously. We wouldn't be like, not taking it super seriously, like, this is more important than life right now. This is like even more important than getting pussy. You know, like not like that. It was we just like, we would do the mission and we would do it structured, so like it wouldn't be like we're running around just killing senselessly, doing stupid shit. We'd actually stealth our way in, we do our objectives, we try to do it as best we possibly can, and we listen to the story, listen to the objectives, all that stuff. Which games like Left 4 Dead, not so much. It's just like, oh, we gotta do this. Okay, let's go do that, whilst killing the shit out of a bunch of stuff. Dead Island, oh, we gotta go do this. Like, go grab some insulin or something, like, alright, let's go do that and kill a bunch of, like, more zombies. Stuff like that, it gets really repetitive, and that's like one of the biggest problems with this game is that you're everyone's bitch, pretty much. It's like, just because I'm black and I'm a rap artist, you're gonna make me do all the work? Like, I mean, come on, you know, it's kind of ridiculous how, oh, we need insulin, and we need canned foods, and we need alcohol for some reason, because I want to get drunk like in the Titanic, so I don't know what's gonna happen when I die. You know, stuff like that. Oh, I want to go dance around a pole. Can you go find a pole for me? Like, stupid shit like that. You just do all kinds of random retarded quests that, I mean, fuck that. Why would I help you guys out? Yeah, I'm a nice guy, and no. Like, seriously, I would actually, in a situation, especially there's one cutscene in this game that really pissed me off, because there's this one bitch that you save because her dad dies. Spoiler, close your, you know, block your ears if you don't want to hear the rest. And, basically you save her, and then you take an armored truck, and that's how you get to the second area, which I'm in right now, the urban area. And, it shows a cutscene of all four of you guys, again, you know, clearly I'm by myself, but whatever, and you hear them talking amongst themselves, like, no, man, we can totally save ourselves, why should we help these people, we can get the fuck out of here right now, we have all the things we need, and like, they're saying that over and over again, it makes perfect sense. So they call her up, and the chick's driving in the truck, she's like, no, I want us to go help everybody in the area, and like, I got so pissed at that. Even though it was a video game, I was like, you bitch, we saved your life, and you're fucking taking... It's like we give you something, and now you're taking it and using it against us. Like, if we don't... She was literally saying we would ditch you. I would leave you behind if you plan on fleeing and not helping people here. And it's like, well, bitch, you wouldn't be fucking alive if it wasn't for us. So, you know, I don't know. It's like... It kind of does a good representation of, like, how some people can be arrogant like that. It's like, I lend you a car, and let's just say it's a Lamborghini, you know, something really expensive, and you want to go out and pick up chicks in a car because you are really shitty at doing it in your, like, beat up Volkswagen or something, I don't know. And so I give you a Lamborghini, or I don't give it to you, I lend it to you, and I'm chilling at your house in the meantime, and I call you up, I'm like, yo, man, I want a beer from your fridge, is that okay? And he's like, yo, if you take that fucking beer, I'm going to leave this country with this car, and I'm going to keep the car, and you can go fuck yourself. It's the same principle that applied to that same scene. Like, I give you something, like, you know, I give you something to benefit you. You know, it's like in this game, in Dead Island's case, it's like you save her life, and you give her a place to stay and all that shit at one of the main places, but she wants to help people so badly that, I don't know, it's like, she threatens to, you know, leave you guys behind, like, what, you're gonna kill all four of us off for saving your, like, fuck you, bitch, what makes you think your life is more valuable than mine, you know, like, I don't know, it really got me going. I was like, you whore, you're such a bitch, you're a backstabber, like, stuff like that. I was kind of pissed off with that, and my buddy told me when he beat the game, apparently she gets raped, so I was like, yes! I was so happy when I heard that. I was like, oh, that stupid bitch, she deserved it for being such a whore. I don't know, whatever. But if you guys want to keep playing this game, what the hell am I saying? You guys should definitely try getting this game if you haven't already. It's definitely worth playing through. I'm just going to tell you right now, it is going to get pretty repetitive. You're going to get kind of bored with the whole concept of this. And once it introduces guns, the guns are like, oh, this just makes life so much easier. I can just plow through everything. Anyway, so I want to thank you guys for watching. Please remember to rate the video, comment the video, and subscribe if you want to see more in the future. Take care, guys.